Let's talk about it. All right, David Cornstark voicing the Hammer of Barovia.
Be blamed on the Cretanians' joy. The Hammer of Barovia will never forget. It's supposed to be sort of a bad accent, right?
I'm assuming that behind the scene footage has released. If that's not the case, I don't understand why this is even on my timeline. I'm not against Superman, you know what I'm saying? But who the heck cares about David Cornstark voicing Hammer of Barovia? I gotta get a little bit better at this, okay? I gotta start, being more enthusiastic, but I'm gonna stick to my guns and I'm gonna speak truth to power. Let's see if they can help me buy into this. This says David Cornstark and James Gunn on set having a debate over the Superman monologue. Now, before we even dive deep into this monologue was very divisive. All throughout Twitter around that time was people who hate the Superman monologue and people who liked it. Let's see what they said. Maybe I'm not hopeful enough, but this monologue by Superman is like my least favorite part of writing in the entire film. If you did not watch the film, you don't mind being spoiled. The monologue is basically condemning Lex. He said, that's what you don't get about it. I'm human like everybody else. While he's about to laser beam a couple guys in the next scene, right? So it was a little bit too much on the nose. However, it's near and dear to James Gunn's heart due to the fact that, he's the writer of the film, as well as it is based off of the claims of this, it was an interaction between the actor who plays Superman and the director who created the architect of Superman. So off the rip of that, it can buy me in. Let's see if they can buy me.
He starts saying, I don't know if I feel this.
The whole crew's sitting around waiting like, come on, let's shoot, let's get this done. So finally I walked off set to talk to him in person.
He came in and came off set.
Can I just add to the fact that I can't be in the minority of this? Do we really care that much about the monologue? This is how down bad movie news is right now. We are in a drought. Not much is happening that is televised. This is one thing that's happening right now, and it's being overly televised, in my opinion. We get into that later in this video, but I'm a let me see if they can get me to buy in.
We get into this thing.
So great, but the is it am I just demonstrating it? So if I say that's what it is to be human, that feels like I'm trying to prove it still, as opposed to I really know it.
I think there's a little bit of that. I mean,
okay,
because
let me try that.
Because the emotions are always lingering.
But isn't there something I felt like shit about myself since the recording?
Yeah, now this is the bee's knees if you like soups or something like that, but like for the average casual movie fan, not DC fan or Superman fan, just some more fodder. Let's not waste time. Hold on, let me see him crash out. It's not even crashing out. Come on, what are we doing? All right, what else came out today? You're gonna get my gut reaction. We're doing this new method where we do gut reactions. And speaking of James Gunn, that being said, I am very much excited to Peacemaker Season 2. I think series is really his bee's knees. Now, Season 2 of series I never really seen from James Gunn. I have seen Creature Commandos, Peacemaker Season 1. And, the little holiday special from Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's condensed, is one story, and it has time to flesh it out. I appreciate it. For my comic book nerds or my movie nerds in the back, the holiday special Guardians of the Galaxy wasn't a series. It was just like a little story. I get that. But, you get the gist. I think when he has a main idea, he's really good at it. Let's see if he dives deep into the main idea of Season 2.
See that there's something going on with Peacemaker that's very deep, and he's playing Motley Crue's Home Sweet Home on piano. Again, that's really John playing. It was a beautiful moment. It was fun to shoot. And his performance, his acting performance in the scene is wonderful. And he really communicates the fact that there's something deeper going on. But for me, also, this is about seeing Peacemaker is an artist who has been destroyed by his father and turned into a killer. And that's not what he is. The fact that he's able to play so beautifully with probably no support whatsoever on that front is a really sad testament
Yeah,
to
I don't know what DC is doing these days. They're diving so deep into the minutia of random scenes with characters that we supposed to be championing. I think that it's a odd pivot, an odd swing of things. We have lanterns around the corner. Okay, let me help these folks out. I got you guys, right? Lanterns come out 2026. Peacemaker comes out right now. What you do right now, you give us a look of a suit of the Green Lanterns. Or, you know, some form of comic book direction, like, oh, we're pulling from this story. That gonna get the you know, the Twitter feeds tweeting, right? While they doing that, we still got, oh, I think Peacemaker's come out this week, right? Don't say nothing about Peacemaker. Wait till it drops. After the first episode, drop the trailer of the season. So we're like, oh, snap, we fleshing out some things here. That's all you need. And then you just coast along till Peacemaker is done. Then you talk about the potential or the downfall of not having a Peacemaker season 2. Then you have some room to play with lanterns. By that time, you should have a Batman chose. I'm really like game planning this whole thing. Somebody need to get me on a Zoom call. Because I'm going to tell you right now, bro. We don't care about John Cena playing the piano. Okay? We don't care about David Cornsweet reading lines, trying to figure out the minutia of it. You probably should have dropped that around the time the movie was out. What is this concept? Is people really going to buy Superman digital on iTunes for the monologue? Like, bro, I'm really thinking they don't know their audience. And it's starting to show. That's the title of the video. DCU shows again that they don't know their audience. I think that's a pretty good headline. Let's see the link. This is all coming from this YouTube video.
I was watching a dating show.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of dope in concept. You kind of buy me in. I'm only saying that because of how long it is. It's an hour long, and it's diving deep. This is something that the MCU should probably do, but would never do. And if they do it, they're gonna do it on Disney Plus. They probably already do this crap. We don't know. Actually, I think I've seen something like this. I think they call it Assemble on Disney Plus. Oh, they canceled that sucker. I think it's Disney Assemble. Like they go behind the scene on like the blockbusters. I like the vibes. At least they giving it to the people. I like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're a huge fan, now this might be the problem. By the way, a little side note. Back in the day, he used to say, "Yeah, I storyboard my own stuff." I was thinking he was a comic book writer. I didn't know it was gonna be something like this. You see what it says? It says "Where the dog" and a poopy like right in. I thought he was like really with the S on the chest type laser beams, like he was doing his thing, like he was like a low key comic book artist, but he just like films too. That's what they messing up. They need to start actually fleshing out the steals of this with the drawings. Sell the comic book, bro. Get your merchandise up. Just a theory. Let me know.